So, why is it now? Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, a ring ting tingling too.
Dan's got ice stuck to his bottle.
I've never seen that much ice stick to anything. It's.
Should we bring up let's bring up two of our friends so we can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's bring up Abed Gaith and Kelly Fontecchio.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Callie and Abed.
Hey, buddy. Oh, my God. Look at that.
Callie Kazoo and real Abed too. It's a double whammy.
There's a cloud underneath this crazy... What the
It's
fuck?
a cloud of ice.
Cloud of ice.
Did you not notice that?
I was focused on the Fontecchio, and I was like,
You got the last name right, which is a big,
take a cloud.
that's
You
a
don't
big
mind,
achievement.
I've never said your last name.
Thank you. You said it correctly.
He said it now, just now,
yeah.
right?
Were you
I
named?
mean, we both have unpronounceable names.
Were you named after Kali, like the
Yeah.
the god of destruction or whatever?
Goddess of
usually
death.
always
Yeah.
shake his hand when I come up.
Okay.
There you go.
Well,
Sorry, I had to do that.
Glad we didn't
a
miss
ritual.
that moment.
No, it was like 2 seconds.
No, it was important,
Very important. I did it every time I came up here, so...
as including
Trying to
now.
keep the tradition going.
Eat that mic.
All right, thanks. It's right here.
Callie, you're looking very smart with your fuzzy Simpsons bag there.
Thank you. It's Selma and Patty, yeah.
It's nice.
My favorite part is their unshaved legs.
Selma
Yeah,
Did you
Patty and Zelma.
Did you purchase this, or is this something you created?
Oh, no, I purchased this.
Yeah.
It's a purse/pillow.
I guess when you pass out at parties, you need that.
Yeah.
Because then you can just use a pillow that isn't there.
Tell me
There's
about
never a pillow. I passed out at a party recently. No pillow.
Oh, boy.
I remember you talked to a guy passed out at a party, but you didn't care.
It was
That's a
Rod.
famous
that
it was
was-
Rod Hassler.
Oh, my God. That
It's just
story.
gonna. I mean,
that
I'm sure
story's
we
never
told
going away.
It's legend.
Jesus.
It's like the OK Corral, or like it's like you shot a match off a buffalo's back or something. It was like
Why the fuck does that story keep coming up all the time?
I'll tell you why by telling you the story. It was a Halloween party, or no, it was a wizard party, and you and everybody
came
Wizard,
dressed-
is it where me and
Everyone
Justin
came
were
dressed as
on-
like actual wizards, like cone hats, like moons and stars and wands and shit
And
like that.
me and Justin, we just went to a thrift store and found random shit. And then he was the wizard of cell phone technology, and I was the wizard of the past or something. I had
So-
like an Indian outfit. I mean, a Native American outfit. Oh shit! Sorry.
So the party's winding down. People are getting kind of high. There's like maybe 9 people. We're tired. There's just a bunch of out of shape wizards like sitting in this the kind of like main area of
Because
the party.
it was a full on
was-
wizard dance party. It was
This
just
was
wizards
like-
just dancing.
Yeah, dude, it was fun, man. I had a great time. I love seeing wizards.
All
at
of our
parties.
mana has worn down. We're regenerating it, and we're just talking. And at some point, somebody goes like, "All right, I'm going to keep talking to you like this because I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but I want you to, at some point, look over to the other room where
It was Rob, wasn't it?
where Abed is sitting in a director chair, like next to our friend Rod Hassler, who is also sitting in a director's chair. Only, like at that point, like Rod, he's like watch. Abed is talking to Rod, and Rod, excuse me. Rod is he's falling asleep. Like he's not all the way asleep, but like his head keeps like it's all like if you were talking to somebody and they went like that.
He was slightly awake.
Like wouldn't you? I mean, you would at some point.
Maybe he's a bad listener.
But that's where heroism comes in. Like,
But by the time that passed around to me, and like everybody just look over there, don't make a big deal. I looked over, and Rod was completely
it
comatose.
kept getting funnier and funnier. It says his head was dangling like an apple on an old.
Well, that's my fault. The
tree.
story got
his
more boring.
head was like parallel to
Story
the
was
floor.
getting-
Like there was no mistaking this man for conscious. Like
I went into work stories,
and
it probably
also there was a
tired him
point
out.
because you were talking and like everyone was watching you, but we couldn't quite hear what you were saying. But there was a point where his head was just dangling over the arm of the chair, and as we were all watching you, and then at a certain point you reacted to him as if he had like interrupted you or something. Or you kind of like, or like he had made a good point that allowed you to well, that's a different matter.
He was listening, but he slightly zoned out.
Right, like maybe he snored or something, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Whoa!" Speaking of that, whoa.
No, I thought he was still awake. So then he did some motion that I'm like, you
How
get what
could
I'm
you?
saying.
What in the
Yeah.
weekend at Bernie's?
Were you talking about Farscape?
No, I was talking about, well, we worked together at the time on Mansers, and I was saying stuff like, do people at work like me? Am I annoying? And I think like I was trying to get validation that people liked me at work, so I was like confused because they treated me weird there. So I'm like, hey, come on, they like me, right? And I think he phased out at a certain point. But I was so passionate about what I was talking about that I didn't notice he passed out. So yeah, you guys saw that. You saw me. I mean, he was awake 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
And then in those 2 seconds, he fell asleep.
Well, thank you for saying the words "pass out" so that we could all remember to mock
Yeah.
you for that same thing from like 11 years ago.
Look, it was weird because you guys looked over at the right comedic moment where it was funny.
No, we were watching you for 45 minutes. Like there was it wasn't a window. You got it just the right time. Like planet Earth. Like man, that orca
here's
just
the
leapt
moment
up.
we
For
can,
real, we were all playing it cool, but marveling. Like, you kind of had your head down, and you were making a point about Ben Folds 5 or something, and so some record or whatever, and he was completely
yeah.
Oh,
dead.
Granddaddy.
You were talking
Right,
to
Rosebuds.
a corpse, and we're like, he's in heaven right now.
Man, I'm so embarrassed. I mean, because the weird thing is later when you guys said you were watching the whole time, I was like, I didn't remember. I was
Yeah.
like, I did talk to him, but
I mean,
didn't remember if he was asleep.
It was the end of a very long drunken party, so
Right, right.
everybody gets a pass on that one. But it was delightful. It sounds like we're making fun of you. It kind of.
What? Not, for you guys, it was delightful. I mean, I was like,
No,
oh,
but
yeah.
it was almost like watching a superhero. Like you.
Well, that's weird.
I mean, we make fun of I was thinking about
I can
it.
talk to people while they sleep. I'm a superhero.
I was because I'm writing this treatment and there's this character in the thing that Mike McMahon and I are talking about, and like we're talking about the character and we're like, oh, he's a character that's kind of deluded himself, and then we were talking about that, and then I was like, wait, yeah, you know, it's like he's living his dreams. He's living as this character. He's living in his dreams, and and it's like it's a fine line between that and living a lie. And I think the difference is, well, what are you making other people lie? And if they say that you're lying, do you get mad at them? And I was like, oh, I think that we would all admit, if the stakes weren't so high, that there is this half of our president, or 25%, that was like we kind of marvel at his absolute fucking dead nerved, just like the idea of it's funny and almost cool from a writer's perspective, a character that if you said, can you pass the salt, they would say, yes, I will do the best job of passing salt of anyone that's ever passed you salt. Did it? Ask around. I passed the salt the best.
You see me as a character, don't you?
You are a character. Are you
my
kidding
God,
me?
No, I'm not talking about you narcissist.
I
No.
understand. I'm just
saying,
trying to laser into what you're saying.
With him, it's like when we talk about that aspect of him, if you could just isolate it, if you could just suck that little bit of juice, we're envious of that because it's called
wait,
it's
this
like
is
thinking
like a writer's
positively.
meeting you had with Mike McMahon.
Yeah.
You were like, we can't figure out Abed. What's the deal with him?
No.
How does he function?
No, it was a related thing.
Oh, I see.
And so
Well, I'm tying it back to
I'm going
me.
to bring it back
Maybe I am
around
the
to you.
narcissist.
I'm
You're
bringing
right,
it
yeah.
back around to you.
I am pretty narcissist. Thank you. You just brought it out.
I'm just saying,
doing
that
what you got to do.
All of us have maybe blind spots, or I'm not going to try to universalize it. I'm saying, you could talk to a guy who is catatonic. It's like, we're making fun of you for it.
I see.
But there's also I'm trying to learn that from this troglodyte that we've chosen to celebrate our demise as a culture. Not you, the president.
Oh, I know. I'm
trying to see the. I'm like, what do you admire about him? And why is he so? How come you watch Huckabee get away with it, or not get away with it? You can see Huckabee on Twitter try to all right, I guess the market's prime for an old man to be
now
kind
it's
of
my
a
turn.
kind of
Here
a
we go.
goofball on Twitter,
It's
and
the
you're just
Huckabee hour.
nah, you're the worst.
I'm running in here.
Whatever, Abed.
I'm with you. I'm trying to give you. Yeah.
Between my Dan-splaining your Abedness, and you being Abed during it, it's the audience is it's a black hole. We're gonna die.
yeah.
No, but you guys,
My wristwatch
It's a
turned into
separate show.
legs.
you guys are doing your own show that's going to be happening.
We are.
NBC.
Here.
on the 6th, right? In a couple of days.
Starburns Castle.
Yeah, this is what you'll see.
It's our second ever show. Our first one went off really well, like a good turnout. And our guest was Rich Fulcher last month, and this month it's Martin Olson, who you might know from Adventure Time or Rocco's Modern Life, or all sorts of things.
Quite a guy.
Yeah.
And we did a skit with him before where he was your dad, and I'm asking for a date. And then he beats the shit out of me. No, he strangles me. What does he do?
I don't know.
He's a good guy.
You guys ever go to Disneyland and go to Mickey's house in Toontown? You wait and you meet Mickey Mouse. I just did that for the first time with my girlfriend, and as you're waiting in line there's these awesome cartoons that are old, like vintage-looking Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse things. And that's Callie. She made those things.
Well, I designed I did a bunch of designs. There was a whole team of people.
But the design is the design is the whole point. It's like beautifully designed. It's like some of the coolest animation I've seen in a very long time. It's like.
Did you know it was her when you saw it, or you?
Well, I remember seeing clips of like stuff that you've posted online.
Oh yeah.
And then I was watching it with Church, and I was like, oh, this is the thing that Callie worked on.
Yeah.
And it's like old vintage black and white Disney meets like Ren and Stimpy meets like the Triplets of Belleville. Like it's really cool. It's so.
Yeah, the background team especially are like super amazing.
Is that Andy Suriano?
Yeah, Andy Suriano, who's doing Ninja Turtles now.
Great guy. He looks like Wolverine.
Suppose I'm a young Burbank hipster.
You just described me and Spencer.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pass for that, dude. The beard really does that. Sell that.
Continue your thought.
Why should I come to whatever your show's called, which you should now tell us?
Well, it's because it's not filmed.
Wait, so to go back to the egotistical thing, it's called What About Me?
Which is about us going, well, what about me?
Yeah, so every time someone ends a sentence, we're like, well, what about me?
Like, I'm important too.
But like...
the birth of the show was that I was frustrated with Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I wanted to write and get people to see my comedy. So I was like, I'll just do a show and, make it with my friend who does great music.
Yeah, so it's a true variety show.
Yeah,
there's
we'll just
there's
what was the
style.
most frustrating thing about Hollywood for you?
There's a lot of things, but mainly like I've pitched and I've.
Also you might know Abed.
Anyway.
He wrote a little bit on Rick and Morty. He worked on the commercial episodes.
Yeah.
What are those?
That's right. Yeah. And I had 100 ideas, and they picked 5.
It was the lack of you that frustrated you about Hollywood. You're like, wait, why am I not in there?
That the fact that I think I'm as good as Johnny Two Tones over there, he's like, I watch his career just spiraling out of control, and I'm like, Johnny, I can do that.
Is Johnny Two Tones here tonight?
I don't know. He might be here. You fucker, fuck you. No, I mean, but look, I feel like I can do that. So I'm like, let me just do a show where I can do that. And no executive is saying, stop.
That being
That's
in this
crazy.
case like a variable. I can't ask you because I'm not going to start a beef between you and Johnny Pemberton or whoever it is. Two
Tones.
No,
he's a friend. Actually,
I'm saying like I'm not going to ask you to tell me who it is that you do think you could.
Please don't.
Please don't.
But
No, I mean,
the alternative for anybody who wanted to come to the show but was still on the fence, going like, well, maybe I do some.
Well, we have a lot of good special guests this month. Besides Martin Olson, we also have Mike McCafferty of 101 fame and Star Trek podcast on the Feral Audio Network.
His Star Trek podcast is great. I like the Rathacon one.
We were just a guest on there. And also, we will be having Becky Garcia, who's an Adult Swim writer. She writes on
she wrote on Hot Streets.
As of a couple days ago, I was in the show, but then
Jeff Davis was our special guest.
I screwed up and double booked myself.
But
that's cool. We'll get you in a few months.
Abed, you in the show.
Right.
Like, because you could say Johnny Two Tones, I can do what he can do.
Right.
And we can't make you say, I mean Vince Vaughn. I'm asking you, what are you doing in the show that you're like, fucking come see me do my thing, goddammit.
I'm like the Bob Odenkirk of the show. I just kind of write stuff and I act in stuff, but I don't give myself the main part because I like to be on the sides. And I like other people to.
Abed's the crazy part.
I want to extract their craziness in my own way, and it's fun.
Yeah, no. Last month Fulcher. There's a sort of script that Abed writes, but he kind of just went off the rails and did.
Fulcher really
improvised
brought
the whole
so
section
much to it, and he made it way better than I wrote. So that was a great experience because I like working with him.
Yeah.
It was like we both had a talk show where we're the hosts at the same time.
I saw Fulcher like in 1994, I think, for the first time at some
wow.
comedy festival, and he came on stage. It was a show he did. I might have the date wrong, but It was called Modern Problems in Science or something like that. And it was him and a couple other guys, and they would just get a theory that they would have, and they would get 3 different schools of scientific thought, and they would prove or disprove that theory. And his was Russian literature, and he clearly didn't
Sounds
know.
like him.
He clearly had never read any Russian literature, but committed to it so fucking hard that it was like I watched it. I go, that's the funniest improv I've ever seen.
Well, I met him because I was his stand-in on Crossballs, hosted by Chris Tallman.
Because you guys have a similar kind of.
Well, I was
profile.
his stand-in, and he heard about me being I just was talking the whole time, and Matt Besser told me to shut up. And it was like really crazy experience. And then Fulcher's like, "Oh, you're the guy that was my stand-in. Everyone said you were weird."
Oh yeah, you should plug you have a podcast with us.
Yeah, I have a
too.
podcast with him on Feral
Wait,
Audio.
can you keep doing your Rich Fulcher impression?
No,
That's pretty
no.
good.
Well,
Oh yeah, it's just like
'cause I
really
see him
laid
so much.
back.
Oh,
and
that's okay.
like,
Speaking of other superpowers,
hi.
I don't know how this will translate to a podcast, but remember at a party one time, you can do impressions of people, but not verbally. You can just
Visual
you can,
impressions.
He can embody you,
I can embody you.
like he'll do visual impressions of do Dan Harmon, give us some Dan Harmon.
I got a lot of things to say about the president. It's really crazy because you guys are going to like what I say. Okay, here we go. The president, I mean, he's a little fucked up. All right,
All right, now do me, do Jeff Davis.
Now, the thing about it is, Abed, so you do a character like Rich Fulcher, and I just got to see it for a second. Hold on. Oh, wait. All right, yeah, now do it. Do it now.
Okay, now do Ted Knight.
Oh, Mary. Oh, God. Oh, Mary, what are you doing? Oh, I'm a Ted Knight, and no, Mary.
He's just like saying the name of the person.
Now can you do Callie? Can you do a Callie?
Hey, what are you doing there? Look out, we got a show to make. Get to work.
What?
So she's Minnie Mouse. I love
Yeah,
that.
she's
what
like
I
Minnie
sound
Mouse,
like?
yeah.
Is that what I sound like?
She's easy to do because she's a character, you know?
Oh,
you have to be a character. It's easier to do.
Oh, yeah, if you really Google acting with Abed, and you'll see young Jeff and a young Dan.
that's old.
And
That's really old.
they all turn on Abed because
Oh, yeah,
Abed's
they all
trying to
attack
teach
me, yeah.
you guys acting.
All right,
And you guys all, and Justin Roiland and
You
everybody.
come after me because of a real conversation we had. Where
You're
I told you.
I'm really intimidated by you.
Yeah, and I told you that at Rob's house, and then Rob goes, "Don't say that. Why are you saying that to him?"
Wait, do your Rob impression.
Give us some Rob Schraub.
Abed, what are you doing? No, that's more like Ridley.
No, he's like, you got to talk about his shit.
Abed, you and me and Kate are going to go to this restaurant.
He's like, where's
We're going to
where's
learn about
Kate?
Doctor Who, my favorite show, and you're going to like it.
That's really
God
good.
damn it.
Wait, yeah, you had an old one. It was like, my name's Rob Schraub, and I love taking shits.
No, I know, but that was I was on camera. I was nervous, and Rob made me nervous because he was sitting there like just judging me with his eyes, being like, "You better be funny, you motherfucker." And so yeah, that was awkward.
Can you do Spencer?
Hey guys, we got to move things along.
We gotta move things along, guys.
Wait, I could do Spencer. Spencer's like this.
I couldn't tell who did what there. That was amazing.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, you have to. She lives with me.
It's
so.
true. I do
Not
live
like
with
that,
Spencer.
though. We're just
Or you
I
live
forgot
with
you
me.
guys are roommates.
Oh yeah, we're roommates.
We're roommates.
There's a show.
Yeah, no.
Is Spencer a happy roommate?
He's like the best roommate I've probably ever
I would
had.
imagine he'd be a pretty good roommate.
Yeah, no, I hope my old roommates aren't listening, but really, you
my
are.
secret is I spend most of my life thinking I'm a terrible roommate.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I can see him being a good roommate.
Well, okay,
That's
I
the
get like
trick.
you have the most adorable cat that I get to like vicariously love.
Yeah.
'Cause she's got little short stumpy legs and she's super timid and
And this cat has its own comedy show.
she does.
Right.
Here we
it's called
go.
What
I'm a
about
cat.
me?
What are the
What about meow?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
With it's me.
Yeah, I might have a black eye and a broken nose, but I can still do the puns.
You're looking pretty good with a broken nose, by the way.
Thank you.
Wait, it's healed fast because last time I saw you, it was worse.
Yeah, it's getting better.
It's pretty. Yeah, you're a good healer.
Yeah.
Good job.
You're a big healer, Jeff.
He really knows how to heal. This
I gave
guy.
myself.
You know your way around it.
Oh, I forgot. I did a doodle of your guys' new characters, but I didn't finish it. I should have finished it. I'll post it online. But,
we'll put those up on the screen when we play.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
What are the action items for? Because we're really, so for people that are in the area. Okay, when's the show? What's it called? What do the tickets cost? And
you can go to starburnscastle.com to buy tickets. It's this Thursday on July 6th, so after July 4th.
It's called What About Me?
What About Me with Callie and Abed. Me being Callie. There's also music.
Abed and Callie.
There's a wonderful musician, Chris Lind, who's a friend of mine from New York, and I'm actually going to be doing a duet with him. Oh, wow. So yeah, it's also like a venue.
What song are you guys doing?
I'm not gonna tell you. It's a surprise.
I see.
But it's like I play music and I'm a singer-songwriter, so it's also a venue where not only I get to participate in the comedy and I let him kind of run off the rails, but I get to do new songs.
We're lucky that she doesn't interfere with my comedy.
When I eventually come on the show, can I sing a song with you?
Of course. Are you kidding me? That would be wonderful.
You're a great singer.
I would love to do like a country duet.
Can you guys do? I love a rainy night.
No,
that's a great song.
You're a big Eddie Rabbit fan. We know that about you.
All right. I tried.
I think it is.
But yeah, no, starburnscastle.com and just right here where we are right now.
All right, well, let's hear it for Callie and Abed, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Check out this show.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Go to Harmontown Castle. What About Me? Thank you, my love. Also, find her artwork online. It's absolutely fantastic. CallieKazoo.com? Yeah, it's. I have. She did a portrait of Roy Orbison for me that's hanging in my bathroom.
Yeah, her Instagram is awesome. She's always doing the cute little Callie looking things. I'm not an artist. I don't know how to talk about.
Because she draws this really cute, kind of cutesy pie Disney pinup girl kind of things, but it's always about kind of sadness and loneliness. It's a good. Yeah, a lot of vomiting, a lot of crying. It's very good. Yeah.